Good afternoon, freshmen, and happy math intervention. Today we're going to learn our last new math intervention lesson of the week. Tomorrow you'll just be practicing all of the things you've learned. You can always come back to your videos though if you need to. Today we're going to talk about least common denominator. That's the smallest number that's a multiple of both of our denominators. That's going to be important because when we add fractions next week, we're going to be using our least common denominator to change our fractions so that we can add them. When I find a least common denominator, what I'm saying is, of the denominators, if I were to list their multiples, what would be the smallest number that's a multiple of both? And so to find the least common denominator, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to list the multiples of each denominator until I find the smallest one on both lists. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 are my multiples of 4. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 are my multiples of 3. I can see that 12 is a multiple of both. It's also the smallest number that's a multiple of both. 12 is the least common denominator of these two fractions because 12 is the smallest number that both of the denominators go into. Let's try another one. Find the least common denominator of 2/5 and 1/3. Well, first I've got to list the multiples of the denominators. 5 and 3. Let's count by fives. 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's count by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. What's the smallest number on both of these lists? 15 is the smallest number on both lists. 15 is the least common denominator of 2/5 and 1/3. Let's look at another example. Find the least common denominator of 1/8 and 1/5. What should I do first? I should list multiples. Which two numbers should I list the multiples of? 8 and 5. Do that now. Type the first 9 multiples of 8. They are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, and 72. List the first 9 multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. What's the smallest number on both lists? 40 is the smallest number on both lists. 40 is the least common denominator of 1/8 and 1/5. Now you try one. What's the least common denominator of 2/4 and 5/6? I hope you got 12. I would list the multiples of each one of my denominators, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and find that 12 is the smallest number on both of those lists. You've done a great job with this video. Now it's time to practice. Don't forget to list all of your multiples so that you can find the smallest common multiple.